A very good morning to all of you. Let me welcome you all for the new social lesson, Colonialism and the City of History. Okay. What we are going to discuss in this topic? We are going to discuss the story of imperial capital and historic past of New Delhi and how it was built and what happened to the capital. That we are going to see in this chapter. Okay. What is the first topic? What was the fate of Indian cities under British rule? What is the fate of Indian cities under British rule? Before talking about the Indian cities, we are going to discuss about the Western Europe, cities in Western Europe. Okay. What happened to the cities in Western Europe? During 18th and 19th century, many cities in Western Europe grow rapidly due to industrialization. What is industrialization? Bringing many large scale industries in a region. What is that? Bringing many large scale industries in a region. We are in Western Europe, cities like Leeds and Manchester are growing rapidly due to industrialization. What happened when many industries comes? What happened to the cities? Everybody moves. Most of the people move to the cities in seek of jobs, housing and other facilities. Okay, but this is not same in the Indian cities. What happened in Indian cities during 18th and 19th century? Many Indian cities gets declined. That is what happened during the British rule. Many Indian cities gets declined, but some Indian cities like presidency cities, Bombay, Calcutta and Madras gets developed. Okay. What are the presidency cities? Why it is called presidency cities? Let us discuss. Okay. Then these changes, there is a decline in many cities. No. What are the reasons for the decline what are the reasons for the changes took place in those cities? What are the reasons? Let us see some three major reasons for the decline in the cities. Okay. Many towns has reduced. Many towns has reduced means what? The demand for the products manufactured get declined. Or for an example, if we have textile industry, but the demand for that product it get declined. When the demand for the product gets declined, the town also has been reduced. The town will be reduced because we won't if that industry is not growing in that area, we will neglect it, right? That is the first reason. Many towns has reduced. Then because the demand for the products manufactured gets declined, so many towns has reduced. Then old trading centers were getting replaced by the new trading centers due to change in trade flow. Old trading centers were getting replaced by new trading centers due to change in trade flow. Okay, let us this point we can see in this deurbanization. The centers that were earlier in power collapsed as the local rulers were defeated by the East India Company. Why cities gets declined? Okay, why cities gets declined? They said three main important points. What are the reasons? First, அந்த சிட்டியில் மேனுஃபேக்சர் பண்ணுற ப்ராடக்ட்ஸ் gets declined. The products that are manufactured in the city gets declined. So the town gets reduced. Then what is the point? Next, old trading center. Say for an example, we have a Surat here or Machilipatnam. We have here Machilipatnam is a city in Vijayawada, which is near Vijayawada. Now it is a headquarter of Krishna district in Andhra Pradesh. Okay, we are considering Machilipatnam is the old trading center. Okay, before British rule. After British rule, it gets replaced by Bombay because the trade flow. After the trade flow is reduced, so the trading centers are replaced. Okay. Next, the centers that were earlier in power collapsed as the local rulers were defeated by the East India Company. After the British enters India, what local rulers will be defeated, right? Then their centers will will decline. Their centers will get decline. That is that are the main three reasons for the changes that took place in Indian cities. Okay. Next, coming to these 3 points. Okay, what are these 3 cities? I have given deurbanization. Okay, then I have told you presidency cities like Bombay, Calcutta and Madras. I have told you. Okay, what is presidency? What is presidency cities? During the British rule only these presidency cities like Bombay, Calcutta and Madras took, established. Okay, it gets developed. What is the presidency? Because during the British government they used these cities as for their administrative purpose. அவங்களோட administrative purpose காக யூஸ் பண்ண cities-னால these 3 cities gets developed. Okay, so when these 3 cities gets developed, what happened? Automatically the population gets increased. So what is happening in this? Urbanization took place. What is urbanization? If we have more industries in Bombay, Calcutta and Madras, what happened? Many people from village may come from villages to these urbanized cities. That is called urbanization. What is urbanization? Many people move from villages to cities is called urbanization. Okay, then what is deurbanization? Deurbanization of Machilipatnam, Surat and Seringapatam take place during 19th century. Okay, it gets declined. These are urbanized city. Already these are urbanized city. After the establishment of these presidency cities, people from Machilipatnam, Surat and Seringapatam moved to Bombay, Calcutta and Madras. Okay, that is called deurbanization. What is deurbanization? Whether it is moving from urban city to village is deurbanization? Not. Moving from urbanized city to another urbanized city is called deurbanization. That is what we saw the 3 examples, Machilipatnam, Surat and Seringapatam. Okay, during 19th century. By early 20th century, only 11% of Indians were living in cities. Okay, this is what we saw in the first topic. What was the fate of Indian cities under British rule? Okay, next coming to the topic, how did Shahjahanabad, the capital, later come to be the old city of Delhi? Okay, now we are going to discuss about how was Delhi before 1911 and afterwards how it was transferred. That is what we are going to see in the next coming topic. Okay, before Delhi before 1912 there were 14 small capital cities that were the capitals of small rulers of different dynastities. Okay, there were 14 small capitals were there. In that, main one capital is Shahjahanabad, which is built by Shah Jahan. We are going to see Shahjahanabad. Okay, now we are going to see Shahjahanabad. Okay, one capital. I have said that there are 14 small capital cities that are ruled by different dynasties. Okay, that are ruled by different rulers. Okay, there are 14 small capitals in Delhi. Okay, that are present on the left banks of river Jamuna, which is 60 square miles away. Okay. Now we are going to see an important capital, that is the old Shahjahanabad. Shahjahanabad was built by Shah Jahan. Okay, it was built by Shah Jahan in 1639. Okay, which has Red Fort or Lal Killa, which is now where now Republic Day parade, Independence Day took place, and our Prime Minister addresses the nation. Okay, in Red Fort. This Red Fort is built with red stone. Okay, and it also has adjacent walled city which has 14 gates. Okay, Shahjahanabad was built in 1639 by Shah Jahan, this Shahjahanabad has Red Fort or Lal Killa, and the adjacent walled city which has 14 gates. Okay, and this also has the roads of Chandni Chowk and Fayaz Bazaar. Fayaz Bazaar run through this this city. Okay, what it has the important Red Fort, where Republic Day parade and Independence Day function, and our Prime Minister addresses the nation. It took place in Red Fort or Lal Killa, and the adjacent wall city has 14 gates. Okay, then the roads of Chandni Chowk and what is that? Chandni Chowk and Faiz Bazaar run through this city. Okay, it also has Jama Masjid. You all know what is it has Jama Masjid, which is the tallest and grandest till that time, till 1639. It was the tallest and grandest mosque in India. Okay, it is Jama Masjid. Okay, then what is important about Shahjahanabad? We also have Shahjahanabad is a hub of Sufi culture during the rule of Shah Jahan. It is for Sufi culture. Okay, it is famous for Sufi culture, and it also has many kanhas, idgahs, dargahs and havelis. Okay, it also has kanhas, idgahs, dargahs and havelis. What are kanhas? Kanhas are called Sufi lodges. Okay, Sufi lodges, which is for Sufi saints. Okay, Sufi lodges is called, what is it? Kanhas. Then what is idgahs? Idgahs are open prayer places. Open prayer places. Then what is dargahs? Dargahs are tombs of Sufi saints. Tombs of Sufi saints. Okay. Then we have havelis. What is haveli? Mansion. Okay. Havelis means mansion. Okay. Havelis means mansion. Okay. This is what we have in the Shahjahanabad for Sufi saints. Okay. Ma. Then what we are going to discuss? Then we are going to discuss that match the following. What is that? Kanha, we know. What is it? Sufi lodges. Okay. Then what? So Kanha is Sufi lodges. Idgahs is a open prayer places. Then what is the third one? Dargah. Dargah is tomb of a Sufi saint. Then what is Mohalla? Mohalla is a residential part of town. Town oda residential part da enama Mohalla. Then what is Haveli? Haveli is a mansion. Okay, we have seen this. Then rest of the topic we will see in the next video. Thank you.